We're streaming.
All right. We're back on the air?
Oh, well, for the time being.
Yeah, until you hit the freaking restart button again.
Sorry.
Yeah, in case anyone who's wondering about the sudden gap, my dad was fidgeting with the computer and accidentally restarted it.
In my defense, it's not my computer, and it's under the desk where you can't see any of the controls, and the restart, which is a very little button, is right next to the connector for the headphones. When I was trying to put in the headphones, and yeah, well, it's all behind us now. Spilled milk and all that.
Okay, I think you can yeah, I think you can go ahead and turn the game audio up a little bit.
Blah 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 blah.
Escape. System configuration.
I hit this. Oh, I gotta go system configuration.
Yes.
Okay.
Microphone.
Display.
Sound settings. Well. So, hit this. Bring this up to about where?
Master volume or
no?
Oh, this one.
BGM.
BGM.
Bring that up. Down here.
Okay. Is that good?
Let's bring up voice a bit more. There you go. Make sure that they... Wait. Okay, go down. Performance. Scroll down. Scroll the whole thing down. Mouse... No. I mean, this... Oh. Okay, there we go. Right here.
This?
Bring that up.
Performance?
Yeah.
Bring it up?
Yeah. Alright. Make sure that people can actually hear the NPCs when they're talking.
Okay.
Like,
oh, I gotta save it. Apply.
okay.
Alright, now I can go.
It's not too loud for you now, is it?
No.
Make sure that people can actually hear. Okay. Alrighty then. So, we are... Okay, I need to go back down to you. What the hell? Why can't I move?
Oh my god.
There it goes.
Okay.
The hell? Okay, there it freaking goes. That was so bizarre. My mouse wasn't... Or my key inputs weren't working. Alrighty then. Time to go to Waking Sands. You just love that sound.
I did do it every time.
Oh, okay.
It's
We're
a
in the
running
wrong.
gag.
Okay. I have to go teleport because we are in the wrong freaking zone.
It'd make a very long flight.
Yes, it would make a very long flight. Let's see. We need to go to
Waking Sands, so we need to go to Ul'dah?
Blackbrush Station, I think is where we need to go.
Really?
Pretty sure? I mean, no. It's in Western Thailand, so Horizon's where we need to go.
That's where Waking Sands is?
Yes.
Oh. I was totally wrong then. Just imagine that. Unable to accept teleport, you have not blah 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 blah.
Okay, hit 0.
Yeah.
Central Thailand. Western Thailand.
Western Thailand.
Horizon. I don't know why our stream is off center.
What do you mean?
Like, look at it. Why does it look like that?
Yeah, that's true.
I have no idea why. It looks like that or how to fix it.
Weird. Okay, so how long does it take to catch up?
What do you mean?
Well, let's take a look at it now. Okay, so I'm going to Western Thailand. Yeah, you're right. It's pitched to the right.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
Oh. Why don't you put yours in landscape mode and see what it does?
Okay, put it in landscape mode. That did not fix it at all.
Didn't fix it at all. Okay. Just curious.
Huh. That's so bizarre. I'm gonna have to fiddle with it.
Foofaloopa? There's a whole bunch of people to talk to, I guess.
Yeah, none of them are important or meaningful at the moment.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yes. Reality is often harsh.
So I gotta go.
Hop in the bok mobile. Alright, you ready? Oh, that's why I wasn't working. I see now.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
For whatever reason, it was, I had accidentally opened up the chat bar. And so my input keys were being registered as speech.
Yeah.
So I just had this line of gibberish in my say area.
So, basically,
I went too far.
things normally are.
After much detouring, we have finally made it.
Took the scenic route.
Wait, no, that's the wrong. We have not actually made it.
Good lord.
Now we have made it. God. Alright, there you go.
Okay, and so I need to go down.
Yes. Your Uber took a hot minute, took a few detours, but we got you to where you needed to go. Now keep going forward.
Yep.
Alright, report to that guy. The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us of the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Complete.
Am I ever going to have anything to spend all this money on? Other than
Eventually.
teleports?
Eventually.
Yeah, Thancred.
My late arrival nearly cost Alchemist his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Sorry. Yes, by some miracle, he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly.
Why, yes, you did.
Just as I'm failing you all.
Oh my god, just wallow in it. Jeez, suck it up, pal.
Yep. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every...
Little problem.
Yeah. Alchemist. It is good to see you again. Impeccable timing. Oh, wait, no, that's you.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry.
Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits.
Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us.
The perils you faced were undeniably great. Yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit.
Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. It's the Force.
Mm-hmm. Luminous beings, are we?
Yes. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. There you go.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with a primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Alchemist. Respite. I should say respite.
There you go.
You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you'll have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to or no, Menphilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best for you that you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Alchemist. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Heil Hitler.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He did the Elon Musk.
Yeah. My heart to you. God forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Waugh would never have allowed this to happen. Oh, Jesus. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. He's going to do something stupid, right?
Probably.
White guilt. What can you say?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright. Take your guilt and shove it over to Menphilia.
My what? What? What do you want me shoving him in, Philia?
Your guilt.
What's a guilt? Oh, yeah. Oh, I get it now. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Took
yeah.
you a minute.
Yeah. I thought. Yeah. You were talking about Thancred.
No.
Him?
No.
Little dude? No?
Whatever. Talk to Menphilia.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think any of us know what's going on. She's wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame?
Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you are raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalimo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit.
It only took me 4 tries.
Yeah. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Alchemist. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons.
Oh, they're all different salutes.
Yep.
Oh, Flame Officer. Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always.
I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst.
I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks.
He's green.
Yeah. He's a row. Or a rue.
Here's Minfilia. Go ahead.
As you can see, Alchemist, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all 3 have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Alchemist's deeds spread so quickly that the immortal flame should know of his triumph as to be expected. But what of the other grand companies?
Okay.
That was a different character. I figured you'd pick up on it. But whatever.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying. Your reputation precedes you, Master.
Master Thunderwank. That fucking name. Oh my
Tis
god.
the ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Master Thunderwake has a certain ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Serpent Officer. And imagine our pride. Oh, and imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you'll always be welcome among us.
Jesus
He's a serpent, right?
Yeah.
The Order of the Twin Adder hath need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the 12th wood.
Well, you gotta make sure that you can speak clearly so people can understand you, you know?
Well, they can read it too.
No, they can't.
They don't get to see this?
No, look. Told you. It's all janks.
Is that every time or just this time?
I don't know. But they currently, they can't read it.
Flame Officer. Oh, what a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Thunderwank. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talents belongs with immortal flames. Join your strength, your ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Oldar.
I have no idea what to do with this.
The Admiral was not exaggerating when... Okay, probably pirate accent. Yarr! The Admiral was... Oh, God, I do a terrible pirate accent. Yarr, the Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the... Fuck. That just went into a butchered country accent. God damn.
You're the redneck pirate.
God. Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna do it normally.
All right.
The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we would want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory.
I guess he's green from being seasick all the time.
Yeah. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, Mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help you clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea. The Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Alchemist hear our leader speak, and then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer.
Heil Hitler. So what's wrong with this little one?
She was the one responsible for spreading the information about your success.
Oh.
I know full well that adventurers are, by their nature, a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promises of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Alchemist, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, once joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Company seek to protect their own nations. We Silence, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same.
Well, this has been a lot of exposition.
Yes.
Yeah, loads of it. Sorry. She's still chatting.
Yeah. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Alchemist, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there's naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place.
So we'll need to talk to Tataru.
Alright, so you can turn around and leave. Good lord.
Oh, yeah. Click the whole thing. Go to the Waking Sands?
No, keep going.
Keep going?
You're in the Waking Sands.
Yeah, that's true.
Exit to Vesper Bay.
Christ.
Alright, go up. Now turn around. You can see Tataru over there.
Okay.
Alright, if you can handle this for just a moment, I'm going to go refill my tea.
Where the hell is Totter? Oh, right. Oh, on the chair. Okay. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Alchemist. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly. And often. To a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place? If all goes to plan, Gridania's grand company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seedseer Kanisena will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. Good lord, okay. So, Miketo's amphitheater. And Order of the Twin Adder and Elder Seedseer Kanisena and Miketo amphitheater, right, sure. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Raubon Alden...
Raubon? Yeah.
Raubon Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral not even going to try.
Merlwib Blofusson.
Yeah. Will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthael, and he will admit you. Got all that? No, not really. Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing anyway, and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell.
Alright.
So the plan was to go to Gridania first and then...
Yes, we're going to Gridania.
Pardon me.
Boop. What are you doing?
There's no room for my legs underneath here. It hurts.
Oh, sorry. I moved the computer down there off the desk so there wasn't the background noise of the computers humming into the microphone.
That's why it's so uncomfortable. And I was like, man, I don't remember it normally being this bad.
You could try moving the computer back a bit.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it while we're doing this next time.
Okay.
Okay, so...
We're going this way.
Okay.
Ethernet.
Oh. Where the hell's my character?
You're right in the middle of the screen, right there.
Okay, there we go. And where are we going?
We're going to the Miketo Amphitheater. Ethernet.
Ethernet first.
This one.
And this one. Okay, Amphitheater. And that's right there.
Alright. So now we need to go over...
Oh, okay. I couldn't see him.
I think it's down here. Yeah, okay. Just click on the sparkly destination. Yeah. I am drinking this lovely 2024 Ancient Tree Hongyao green tea from Jinxi's Tea House. It's quite tasty.
The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
So there's actual talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood.
It's audio. She's reading it.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta click it.
Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer.
No, I don't.
Well, that's because the camera's not panned to it yet.
The servants represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol. Do you not agree?
Looks like the Caduceus.
A little bit.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war
Good
of
Lord.
conquest to Eorzea,
The dead-eyed
we
stare on that
held
guy.
the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we
That's
might
really
push back
off-putting.
the encroaching darkness.
Yeah.
And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
A rousing speech.
Yeah.
Something tells me we get 2 more of these.
Yes.
That one can't even see.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the Gridanian speech?
Oh, they're in rough shape.
You've played through a little bit of their
Right,
their
in the
story.
beginning, the Ixals and whatnot.
If you
Yeah,
permit
when you
me,
started as an
I'll let you
archer.
know.
Yeah,
No, is this talking or is this
they're talking.
Okay.
And my sister, Alize, at your service.
These were the sarcastic ones.
These are the twins you met at the start.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Well, he's not even pompous.
Yep.
I'm gonna read. I guess I gotta reread it now.
Okay, so the VAs have gotten their check and they've walked out.
Yep. Yes, they got abandoned.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with 2 beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu.
Alright.
The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Well, perhaps we'll find out, if the Elder Seedseer's words fell on fertile ground.
I'm practically walking on the, like an inch above the ground.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Next is Old Da. All correctly. So,
Do I need to talk to a star?
Estain? No.
Estain.
No, you don't need to talk to that person.
Oh. Bone in my neck. Okay.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Wait, where's the... Can you open up your map? Hit M. Okay. Do you go over to the Aetheryte?
Okay.
Okay, it's at the Royal... We're going to the Royal Promenade. Alright. Let's head on back to the Aetheryte. Take the Aethernet to the...
Come on.
I think-
Come on. There we go. Ethernet.
Let's go
The
to...
Chamber of Rule, or
Probably.
it's well. There's only two in Ul'dah, so.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. Okay, there's a sparkly destination right there. Right there.
Okay.
Alright. This should be voice acted too.
It says away, use key item.
That's because you're clicking on the wrong thing.
Yeah, I figured that.
You're clicking on your carbuncle. Your carbuncle's in the way.
Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanima herself!
And Roban as well.
Oh my goodness. Those voices.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Oh, sorry, clicking.
Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich?
Oh, fucking...
Where is the just steel of the righteous?
Sorry about that. Fucking spam.
I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, Dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raubon?
Holy crap!
Of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live
I can hear her voice coming out of your headphones.
Is that bad?
Well, it probably means it's picking up on the microphone, so there might be an echo.
For we are by
Okay.
fire reborn.
When they're talking, it might be a good idea to pull it fully over your ears.
Fancy
Okay.
meeting you again.
All right, is that better?
Oh,
Oh,
they're
he's
not-
not saying anything.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the voice actors are gone again.
Right, you can do this one.
Yeah, I know, you've done a lot, right?
Yeah.
The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems, though they haven't been quiet these past 5 years. The Garleans, they have been quiet. Sorry, these past 5 years. The Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they have the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their force to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flame are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. So, attend the blah, 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 blah.
Alright. So, Minsa.
Yes. This is clearly the exposition episode. They're laying the foundations for the next campaign.
Yeah, they're laying the foundations for pretty much the entire frickin' game.
Mm. So who do you recommend going with? I guess we'll see the Limsa Lominsa speech and then decide.
Yeah.
Or do you have an idea of which one would be better?
Whichever one you feel like going with.
Do we basically end up going with all of them?
I'll let you find out. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong guy, I think. Yeah, we need to talk to this guy. Alright. I can't go in with you, so you're gonna have to talk to him. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. Yes.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
Okay.
It's
Might be a good
sunk
idea to
beyond
pull
the
it from
seabed.
yours. Let's see.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me.
Okay, I can hear it, but
Look
it's not.
upon this,
It's not soup.
What's that?
mighty crimson standard.
Just go ahead and
and
listen
tell
to
me
it.
your hearts do not swell with pride.
Yeah, I moved the microphone back a little bit, so
700
hopefully it's
summers
not
have
coming
come
through the
gone
mic and there's no
since our
echo.
forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us, one bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Okay, he's not talking anymore. Alright. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominsans' backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question.
Alchemist, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope? Will I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Yeah, sure. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back.
Alright, so we're going back to the Waking Sands.
Yes. Alright, so teleport to... It was in Western Thanel.
It was. You want me to go, or are you gonna send me? Okay.
Can you tell I've played this game for years and years?
Just a little bit. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because now we gotta go to. Dun, 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 dun.
No, no. I'm gonna put you where you can talk, and then I'm gonna get Leo off my bed. Boop.
Well, you say it's entrance, so okay.
Yeah, you're where you need to be. Just head on down. Alright, you get off my back. You're filthy. You sleeping? You can lay down in your bed. Your butt. Alright. Welcome back, Alchemist. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Alchemist. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect upon your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Quest complete!
The gods only know what Grand Company.
The gods only
are
know what
adventure
Grand
friends.
Company are.
He's actually reading it.
Oh, okay.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them.
Okay. That doesn't look like... That's not the same character.
No. They've panned over to different
Deep
characters
are the
talking.
wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister. and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Okay, level up. Woohoo!
Yep, 27. All right, so now you've got your choice. Which one are you most interested in?
I don't know. It seems to me it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. You know, they're all going to have challenges and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if I go through all of them at some point.
Well, you've gotten a taste of each city, each of the people's cultures. Right? You started off with Gridania and did the arrows, and then you moved over to Limsalaminsa and you did some work with them, and you've done a bunch of work with Ul'dah. Just, which of these cities did you like the best?
The writers did a good job. They each have their charms.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll just start with
Well, assuming you don't go through all of them.
Yeah, where would I want to stay the most?
Yes.
Probably Gridania.
You think so?
I don't know. It's very foresty. It's kind of nice. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's about more than just the environment, right? It's the people.
Yeah, the people were not as stridently goose-stepping like the Ul'dah.
Yeah.
And the Maelstrom was fine, too. Yeah. What do you recommend?
Whichever you want to go with the most.
I'll go with the Serpent.
Alright. So walk over and talk to the Serpent Officer.
I mean, I'm perfectly... If one of these is better than the others, go ahead and say so.
No. It's literally just personal preference.
Oh, okay, fine, I'm doing it. I take it the Elder Seedseer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the twin adder? Okay. You've chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to the adder's nest. Of course, I'm not fond of snakes, so... I dare say you know it well from your wanderings in New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt but that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you brother.
Alright, I think this is a good place to call it.
Yep.
Alright, we thank you all for joining us. Hope you all have a pleasant day.
Adios, muchachos.